J.R.R. Tolkien called it a mathom, a thing too good to throw it away but you don't want or need it, often given away as gifts. What's your mathom?
Something that occurred often in the village I grew up in. A bottle of schnapps made by a local distiller always ended up being donated to the raffle at any local event. It wasn't particularly good, and basically whoever won it felt bad about throwing it away, so they would just donate it to the next one and it would keep circulating until an outsider eventually won it.
A dude once gave me his collection of James Bond novels at a gas station. Said he didn't have the heart to toss them but he wanted to be rid of them. Beep, crazy score for me. Staring at them across the room on my bookshelf now. Guess that was his mathom. It was crazy because I lived down the road and had to run back and get my car to be able to get them home. Books are heavy. Very lucky.
There was an elderly lady who went to my parents' church. She was a widow and had no other family, so we'd periodically go over her house to help her with chores she couldn't handle. She was quite well-to-do because her husband had been an executive. Anytime we'd help her with a chore, she'd lead you to her display cabinet full of trinkets and invite you to take one as a thank you. I'm sure she just wanted rid of them as she had no one to pass them along to. I felt quite sad for her. She seemed very lonely most of the time. After she passed, her only living relatives lived in Canada, so I can only assume they had to make a trip to take care of everything.
I bought like a dozen Moleskine notebooks over a decade ago. Overpriced, pretentious product, but no way I'm going to use something that expensive on random notes. Most of them are still unused. I'll give them away as gifts when the need arises.
A neighbor who I didn't know saw me with a tenor recorder I used to play on public transport back when I was a student. She gifted me out of nowhere the most beautiful wooden contralto recorder. The sound was so majestic that it made me cry a couple times as I was learning how to play with its different digitation scheme. I still hold it as one of my most valued personal treasures, but it clearly was a mathom to her. I believe it was her husband's or siblings before he died.
I have a small collection of beautiful silver charms, from the 50s to 70s. I bought them at an antiques fair because they were selling them at scrap value, and I'd seen similar ones sell for £25 each. But I don't know how I'd begin to sell them, and I don't have any jewelry to put them on. One of them is a stunning little church, no bigger than my thumbnail, which opens up to reveal a bride and groom inside. It's going to be a great wedding present someday.
My wife and I received an expensive bottle of champagne as a wedding gift. We both hate champagne and gave it to my mom as a Mother's Day gift.
My wife and I knit and spin yarn as a hobby. As a result, we have tons of scarves, cowls, and sweaters that we just don't have the time to wear all of them, and don't have the space to store them effectively. We end up gifting barely used ones a lot. Also, we have a lot of socks that we have knit but have gotten holes in them. I keep telling myself I'm going to fix them up, but then I just knit a new pair.
When the time came to clear out my mother-in-law's apartment, she had a velvet loveseat from the 1950s that nobody in the family wanted. I posted a picture of it on Facebook and a friend who does theater came and picked it up for stage sets.
I have a $400 Korean rice cooker / pressure cooker. I don't really use it. It scares me. I'm supposed to be able to get it to display / talk in English, but the instructions to do so don't seem to work. I've used it once, and I didn't set it right. I don't think I can sell it, and I don't know anybody who would want it. I beep love rice, but this thing just scares the beep out of me, and at this point, 4 years after buying it, I just want the mark of my shame gone, but I can't justify tossing something that nice.
My mom used to always throw in a bag of packaged breadsticks with my lunch at school. They were hard and salty, but you could only eat 1 or 2 in a meal. So I would leave it in my bag, and it would always be back the next day. Turned out my mom bought a huge container of them by accident at Sam's Club, and was pawning them off on me.
A wooden Indian that once stood in my great-grandfather's smoke shop. It's in mint condition, even though an antique. The Indian held cigars in its hand as customers entered the smoke shop.
A lot of opera recordings on cassette tapes. Totally useless, and most of them are easily found in YouTube, those exact recordings. But I still keep them.
Ram sticks. I have an entire drawer of old ram sticks. For some unknown reason I cannot throw them away. I also have a bunch of old HDDs.
Baby things from my daughter. We won't have another baby, and they just took up space. But I can't bring myself to drop them off at the thrift store. When my friends started having babies, I just pawned all that stuff off onto them. They were grateful for it, And I was relieved to know they were going to another baby that would enjoy them as much as my daughter. Now we have a garage full of beep we don't want or need, but can't get rid of.
Bread maker machine.
Origami kusudama. They're huge elaborate paper structures made from many pieces of paper woven together, and I love to make them in my free time, but since they're 3D and easily crushed, it's a pain to find places to store them.
Apollo Bad Dragon dildo.
A ukulele. I don't know how to play it. I've been intending to learn, but I've had it for almost 10 years now and still haven't even tried. I'm sure I'll get round to it soon.
My family books. We have books that need to be donated. One sibling asked no more plush animals for their baby. Tears of joy, yay. Family went a little overboard of giving them plush animals.
My DVD collection. Gave the lot away.
My business partnership. I really don't want to be partners with them, but it's wildly successful.
Uniforms of dead family members who served in the military. My first thought was donate to a museum or historical society, but apparently they get a lot of these donated.
My sister and I had a VHS that we keep regifting each other in increasingly elaborate packing every Christmas, even though neither of us owned a VCR. One of our husbands accidentally threw it out. RIP. G.I. Joe en Espanol.
Like the Christmas the gift that we all get then give away?
My mother won a hunting rifle at a raffle. It's not a caliber her or my dad used, so they gave it to me for my 26th birthday. I don't hunt. I hadn't touched a gun since high school. Now I have this rifle that I'll probably never use. IIRC, the ammo is way expensive, so I probably couldn't afford to shoot it if I wanted to. I also can't really get rid of it because it was a gift from my parents. I was thinking about re-gifting it to a niece or nephew, but so far, they all seem uninterested in hunting as well.
I don't sleep with my stuffed dog from childhood anymore. It lives at my parents' house and they would like to get rid of it. But I cannot bear to put it in the trash, and most people aren't interested in used scruffy stuffed animals.
A toss-up between Beanie Babies and Hummel figurines. Hummels are passed down in my family, everyone makes a big deal about them. But I just don't want to be the one to break them. Beanie Babies, because did you see how much they could go for, if people want them again?
My mom gave me a tea set she got when she visited England. One cup broke when she shipped it to me. I have nowhere to put it and I will never use it.
A friend of mine moved from home at one point and downsized what he had to accommodate. Of his possessions, he offered me a katana that was given to him as a gift, not the cheap cast ones either. I was glad to take it, but it's been 8 years and it still sits in my closet as I have no clue what to do with it.
Most of the things in my house.
I gave away around 100 anime VHS tapes to my coworker's son who was just getting into anime, and I was switching to DVD.
My collection of Wii games. I rarely ever use my Wii anymore since I have a Switch and PC now, but it's a part of my childhood I don't just want to sell to GameStop for $40. I'll probably give it to my future kids or niece/nephews. I got my first game console, Super Nintendo, from my uncle in the same way.
Old technology on the one hand, it's broken and will never work again on the other. That hard drive could have anything on it, from valuable memories to important personal information.
For me, it was a bunch of t-shirts that I'd collected over the years, all of which I loved but never wore anymore. So this past Christmas, my wife bought me a quilt made from them all. I love it.
Many things that belonged to my late wife.
Matted pubic hair lock.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more quality content every day.